In this video, we're going to talk about some of the troubleshooting issues you might run across with the Zebra MC3330R or XR. I have an XR in front of me, and I'm mirroring that on my PC. It is an Android 10 system. And when you do receive this from ID Integration, we generally take care of all of these settings so you don't have to do them. But if you do buy this from somewhere else, I wanted to at least give you some heads up for things that might not work. The unit itself is an Android 10 phone, effectively, but it has an integrated barcode scanner and an integrated RFID reader. And it's important to remember that those devices generally don't work well with more than one program at a time. So you really, the first issue is to make sure that you're not using, let's say, in this case, the AssetWorks program and a Zebra application at the same time. If I open up AssetWorks, for example, and I let that start, and then I go back and I open up a Zebra application like this, you're going to find that one of them at least is not going to work. Generally, that's going to be a problem. So if I go back now to the AssetWorks program, this one, and all the way over to more and hit read tags just to test. I do get some reads. Now let's see if I can do the same thing over here. It's not a guarantee it won't work. It's just sometimes it's reader connection failed. And the reason why is that the AssetWorks program has grabbed it. Now, if I go in and I disconnect the AssetWorks program, I come back here. Now I can click on it and it should work. Yeah, see that? So you really can't run two programs at the same time if they're both accessing the RFID reader. So that's probably the most common thing that people make mistakes on is, well, I didn't know I had more than one program running. Well, you can always, again, click on this square icon to get a full listing of all the windows and programs that are running consecutively. Okay. All right, so let's start from scratch here again. If I'm back at the start menu, the next thing that it actually happens first, I would say that having two programs running at the same time is probably the most common mistake. But the out-of-the-box experience can have a problem as well in that it doesn't come straight from Zebra with a predefined region in which it's supposed to operate. So RFID operates within a fairly large and wide frequency band, but the full bandwidth is not allowed in any one region on the planet. So the European Union uses one frequency range. The North American realm, FCC controlled, will use a different frequency range. There's some consolidation that's in the works, but you have to be really careful where you're using this. So these devices, if purchased from ID Integration, will already be pre-configured with the region, the RFID region set. But if you're buying this straight out of the box from Zebra, you're going to run into a problem because there is no setting. And I recommend that you use their utility. They have a little program that comes on the reader itself called 123 RFID. And when you connect, you can set the region fairly quickly with this program by hitting the settings button first, right? And then hit RFID, and then you'll see regulatory. Click that, and you'll see that the region here will pop up to, usually it'll say none if you are getting it straight from the box, but you want to hit the down arrow and point to wherever you're using it. In my case, I'm using it in the United States, so I will click that, right? And that's my region. And I'm done at this point, and the reader will now work. So yeah, being able to actually pull the trigger and get it to actually read, if it doesn't read anything and you only have one program running, namely this one, then go into settings, regulatory, and check your region to make sure it's Australia or France or whatever it might need to be for your region.